Morning, Face Crook. Hey, so I wanted to run something by y'all, or share it with you. If you benefit from it, cool. If you don't, cool. I was talking to my parents this morning, and we always do that. My mama put me on speaker, and then all three of us just have a conversation. And it's about the word reciprocation. I found that in my latter years, I use that a lot. I'm always talking about, if it ain't reciprocated, then, get away from me, yada, yada, yada. But here's the thing with that word. It's kind of a catch-22. And that word really is incumbent upon a situation or the relationship that you have, because everything will not always be reciprocated. Sometimes you just need to chalk it up to you're blessed. You were blessed and you were in a position to be able to do whatever it is you've done, whether it was offer solid advice, whether it was, be there for someone, whether it was physically able to do something. I got a neighbor that I love doing things for. Shout out to you, Bob. I love doing things for. I refuse to say no, and I don't want anything from him. There's nothing to reciprocate when you're giving from your heart, when you're doing something because it's in your heart to do, because you have the ability or the capability to do so, then there is nothing to reciprocate. The gift, the reciprocation comes from, and I'm not trying to make this a religious conversation, but the reciprocation comes from God. Don't get me trying to quote the Bible, because I butcher that thing all up. But I do know this, that your gift will make room for you. So if that means if your gift is, like I said, advice, if you're physically strong, if you have a skill or a craft and you're able to do that thing for someone, in that perspective, I don't understand the word reciprocate. Because then to me, it's more like a business transaction, because you're only doing things because later on down the line, you might be down bad. Like there's times where people have been pulled over on the side of the road. I pull over and help. I'll never see that person again. There will never be an opportunity to reciprocate. As it pertains to money, I like you loan somebody some money, but then when you need some money, they ain't never there for you because they don't got money. Hello. They don't obtain the thing that you need. Your gift will make room for you. God will provide for you. You don't need to be looking for things from people. Expectation is the birth of what? Expectation is the birth of what? We know disappointment. You will be disappointed if you start trying to put people in a place or position to provide something to you that would be like going to McDonald's for oil change. You're mad because you spend money with McDonald's, but they can't change your oil. Like, that's not what they do. That's not what they're capable of. Some people aren't capable of pouring anything into your life. Sometimes you being able to do something, that is the gift. That is the reciprocation. The reciprocation is God has birthed something within you that allowed you to make someone else's life meaningful or purposeful or easier that day. That's the gift. That's the reciprocation. The reciprocation happened long before. Actually, you're reciprocating to God a favor because he birthed you with something that nobody else has, and giving you the God-given ability to be able to do something for someone. So I understand the word reciprocation. Don't get me wrong. I know what it means. I get it. I get that we want, we don't want to keep pouring into everybody and nobody ever pours into us. But the thing is, you got to wait on God for that. You can't, what we try to do, include myself, there's a lot of, I'm going to say it every time because it's the truth. I'm a hypocrite. There's hypocrisy in this statement, but growth has taken place. And so I'm speaking from a place of growth and not the, Hippocratic, I know that ain't a word, state of being. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. Ease up on the word reciprocate. Understand that when you do something, the fact that you're able to do it, just look at it like you're reciprocating to God. You're doing God a favor. We can't do him no favor. But anyway, you're doing God a favor by using your gift. You're doing God a favor by showing him God's love. Can you imagine for 1 second if God loved us? I know we hear this all the time, but I'm going to just say it because it's true. Can you imagine if God loved us the way we love other people? Can you imagine if God moved the same way that we move? Oh, you don't call me, I ain't gonna call you. You don't mess with me, I don't mess with you. That's not what it's about. Then you genuinely don't love a person, because I'm gonna tell you what, in my latter years, not so much back in the day, I used to be a fool with it, but so much in my latter years, I'm understanding that, hey, look, everybody ain't gonna love me the same. My kids don't call me and check on me like I would like, but they living their life. Does that mean don't call and check on them? I ain't gonna mess with my kids because they don't mess with me. No, they got circumstances. They young people trying to live their life. You know, does that mean, I don't talk to all my siblings all that often. That don't mean I don't love them, and that don't mean I ain't gonna reach out every blue moon, or when I feel it deep down in my spirit. I ain't gonna hold bitterness in my heart because I ain't been spoken to. Who do we really think we are? Who do we really think we are, to where everybody has a life? We know that. But who do we think we are, to where we think that people are supposed to stop what they doing in their busy lives, because everybody got them kids, jobs, irritating husbands and wives, or lovely husbands and wives, however you want to look at it, businesses, you name it, we just have busy lives. Why do we always take it so personal when people don't reach out like we think they should? You know, we say this all the time, the phone go both ways. But that's kind of petty at the same time. If you're thinking about somebody and the next sentence that come out your mouth, they don't call me, you got a hard way. You're going to have a hard life, baby. You're going to have a hard life if that's the first thing to come to your mind is, they don't call me. They don't. Tit for tat. I mean, that says something about your life. I'm gonna just leave that right there before I turn old Jose. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave that right there. That's some petty, and you're gonna have a very hard and miserable life. So anyway, in closing, let's put that word reciprocate down. Let's use the gift that God has given us to make the world a better place, to make people's lives a little bit better if we can. I'm not saying you can't have a bad day, but I'm just saying that we can't practice. You can't practice having a bad day. If we're going to practice having a bad day, then that's where I eject. You know what I'm saying? That's where I pull away. That's the type of energy that I don't need around me, because life is too short. We see that people dropping like flies all around us. And yeah, man, just love. That's all I can say. Love. Peace.